Hello everybody, this is Akang Suman here. Now we are going to start the discussion on the degree of freedom, that is a part of the simple mechanisms. Degree of freedom plays important role from the exam point of view, because if you are preparing for the GATE examinations, engineering service examinations, okay, basically the questions from the simple mechanisms comes from the degree of freedom topic. Okay, so basically degree of freedom is also known as mobility. The another name of the degree of freedom is mobility. You must remember this name also. So what is the degree of freedom? Basically, this is the minimum number of independent, that is minimum number of independent variables required to define the position or the motion of the system. If you want to define the position or the motion of the system, the minimum number of independent variables that is required, that is known as the degree of freedom. Okay, degree of freedom, that is also known as mobility. Now we understand this by diagram. So this is the diagram. You can see here that is a three-dimensional space. Okay, now this is our system, and you can see here that the types of the motion, that is 1, 2, and that is 3, and that is rotation 4, that is 5, and that is 6. How many number of motions are there? You can see here how many number of motions are there. Total number of motions are 6. So in the three-dimensional space, total number of motions, total number of motion is equal to 6. Are you getting my point? So maximum number of motions that is possible is equal to 6. Okay, because the three-dimensional space having total number of motion is 6, that means the maximum number of motion that is possible for the system is 6. Okay, now we can classify it. Out of 6, there are three motions which are translatory motions: 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 are the translatory motions. So I can write here 3 motions are translatory motions, and remaining 3, that is 4, 5, and the 6, these 3 are the rotatory motions. Okay, so basically the total number of motions that is equal to 6. This is a combined form of 3 translatory motion and the 3 rotatory motions. Are you getting my point? So that is the basic definitions of the degree of freedom. Let us understand it more deeply. Okay, this is the three-dimensional space. Now I am going to consider two-dimensional space. Okay, so that is the two-dimensional space, that is x and that is y. Now we are going to calculate the degree of freedom for two-dimensional space. Okay, because we need the formula for the degree of freedom in order to solve the questions. Okay, so now we are going to consider two-dimensional planar mechanisms. Two-dimensional planar mechanism, because in the examinations the question will be based on the two-dimensional planar mechanisms. Okay, so that is two-dimensional planar mechanisms. Now I'm going to consider the system that is like that. Okay, how many motions are possible? That is 1. Okay, that is 1 in the x direction. The another motion can be possible in y direction. Okay, and the third types of motion can be possible, that is rotation. It can be rotated in the xy plane. So yeah, I can write here the number of motions possible, maximum number. I can write maximum number of motions, because in the two-dimensional space, two-dimensional planar mechanisms, the maximum number of motion possible, that is equal to 3. Are you getting my point? So I can assume here, I'm going to assume that L, capital L, or you can denote it small l, that is the number of links, that is the number of links, and the second is j. Small j is the number of binary joint. Basically it is the we can denote it by number of joint, but number of joints means the number of binary joint. If there is a ternary joint, you must have to convert it into binary form. If there is a quaternary joint, you must have to convert it into binary joint. Okay, so basically j denoted the number of joint. Number of joint means number of binary joint. Okay, remember it. And there is a small h, that is equal to number of higher pair. Higher pair means if there is a point contact or line contact, there will be the higher pair. Okay, now this is the assumptions we have considered. According to this assumption, the Kushbek derived the formula for the degree of freedom, and that is Kushbek equations. You must have to remember these equations because the number of question is going to be asked based on these equations. So first of all, remember these equations properly. That is f is equal to 3 into L minus 1 minus 2j minus h, where f denoted degree of freedom. Degree of freedom means maximum number of motion possible in two-dimensional space because the Kushbek equation is based on the two-dimensional planar mechanisms. Okay, so I can write here that maximum number of motion in two-dimensional planar mechanisms. We are talking about the two-dimensional. Are you getting my point? I can write here the degree of freedom as the maximum number of motions in the two-dimensional planar mechanisms, where L is the number of links, where J is the number of joint, that is binary joint, and H is the number of higher pair. Now, this is a formula you must remember. Okay, this is an important formula. When we solve number of questions based on the degree of freedom, you must have to remember this formula basically. Now, understand the things properly. What is degree of freedom? Okay, how can we find out from the normal way? This is our link. Okay, this is a link and this is a joint. What type of joint it is? Binary joint, because two links are going to be attached here, one and the two. So this is the binary joint. Are you getting my point? Now see here, if I draw the diagram, how many motions are possible? Only one type of motion is possible, that is rotation in xy plane. Okay, it can rotate in xy plane. Yes or no? For example, if I consider this, see here, this is a joint here. Okay, this is a binary joint. Okay, how many types of motion is possible? It cannot be translated because it is fixed here at the joint. It cannot be translated because it is fixed here at that joint. Okay, it can only be rotated. Okay, because this is a turning pair. Basically this is a turning pair, so in the turning pair the motion is pure turning. Okay, so it can be rotation only. There can only be one motion, that is rotation in the xy plane. It cannot be moved in the xz or yz plane. Okay, basically because both are attached at the turning pair, this is the turning joint, so it can only possible motion, there is only one motion possible, that is xy plane rotation. So how many motions are possible? Only one motion, that is rotation in xy plane. So that means if there is a total number of motion that is equal to 6, we have seen in the three-dimensional space, we know that generally the total number of motion, don't write it total number of motions, it would be easy to understand when you write maximum number of motions, maximum number of motion, that is 6. Okay, are you getting my point? Maximum number of motion possible, that is 6. And how many motions are going to be blocked? Because only one type of motion is possible, that means restriction is on the 5 types of motion. So restricted motions are 5. Okay, so we can write the number of motion which is possible, that is 1. We have seen practically, so here we can calculate numerically, that is number of motions possible, or you can write degree of freedom also. Okay, or degree of freedom, that is would be equal to, out of 6 minus 5 are restricted, that means 1 is possible. So we have seen the number of possible motions practically as well as numerically. I hope you will understand this concept. Okay, so we are talking about the Kurzbach equations, that is based on the two-dimensional planar mechanisms. That is the Kurzbach equations. If we generally modified it, so new equations would become 3 into L minus 1, that is a modified form of the Pushback equations, minus 2j minus h minus fr. What is fr here? What is the meaning of fr? This is the number of those motions which are not the part of the mechanisms. I am saying that the number of motions, this denoted the number of motions. I can write here that number of motions which are not the part of mechanisms, which are not the part of mechanisms, the part of which are not the part of mechanisms. Are you getting my point? So it can also be known as redundant motion. Redundant part, or you can say redundant motions. Okay, we will understand it by when we solve the numerical questions. So it would be easy to understand when we solve the numerical questions. Okay, so basically you must have to remember this formula also. If there is a redundant motion, so you can say redundant part in the mechanism, then you can use this formula. Otherwise this formula is also useful. Okay, now we will do some questions, that is examples based on the degree of freedom. Before solving the questions based on the degree of freedom, first you need to write the formula. So it would be easy to understand the number of parameters which we have to find out. So that is 3 L minus 1 minus 2j minus h. Okay, if there is a redundant parts, then you can write in terms of redundant parameter. Otherwise there is no use of it. Okay, because there is no redundant part. Okay, so now we have to find out the number of links, that is L, that is link 1 and that is link 2 and that is link 3. So the number of links are here, that is 3. Now you have to find out the number of joint. Number of joint means the number of binary joint. Okay, how many binary joints are there? That is one binary joint, second binary joint and the third binary joint. Why I am saying this is binary joint? Because there are two links which are going to be attached at this joint. So that is why this is the binary joint. Okay, so basically the number of binary joints are 3. Okay, is there any higher pair? No, there is no higher pair. Okay, the higher pair means there is a point contact. If there is a point contact or line contact, then we can consider higher pair. Otherwise put it equal to 0. So now the values we have, now we have to put it into the equations. 3, the number of links are 3 minus 1 minus 2 multiply 3 minus 0. Okay, now you can easily solve these equations. So that is 6 minus 6, that is equal to 0. Okay, now you have got the degree of freedom is equal to 0. Degree of freedom equal to 0, that means there is no relative motions. Okay, so I can write here the final result, that is no relative motions. Okay, that is degree of freedom means there is no relative motions. No relative motions. Examples you can see: frame, structure. They are not having degree of freedom. Okay, because there is no motions between the structures. So that is the, if there is a degree of freedom which is less than 0, you can say if the degree of freedom is in minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, they would be considered as the superstructure we generally use in the truss. Okay, basically civil engineers use the degree of freedom having less than 0 because the moment, because we don't want the moment of the structure. So that is the frame and the structure, which are the examples of the degree of freedom having 0 value. Now you are able to understand how can we solve the degree of freedom questions. Okay, now another examples we are going to consider. Okay, so in these questions you have to first write the formula again. Okay, so that it would be easy to remember, there will not be any confusion if you write the formula again and again. 3 into L minus 1 minus 2j minus h. I can write here minus fr. Yes or no? Let's see. The number of links are, that is 1. See here, this is 2. Okay, this is 3 and this is 4. Are you getting my point? This is a complete link. Don't get it stuck between the these. Don't get confused here. Okay, this is a complete link. Okay, this is not there is not two links not there here. There is only one link, that is complete link. Okay, so that is attached by the joint. If there is a joint, you can consider it as one link. Okay, now see here, how many joints are there? First you need to write the number of links that we have calculated, that is 4, and how many joints, that is binary joints, are there. See here, that is 1 binary joints, 2 binary joints, 3 binary joints. Okay, so that is 1, and that is second, and that is third binary joint, and that is of course 4, because this is a complete one link. Okay, if this is one link, this is second link, and that would be the binary joint. Okay, so basically I'm going to consider binary joint, and this can also be binary joint. So how many binary joints are there? That is 5, and higher pair is equal to 0. Are you getting my point? There is no redundant pair, so fr, put it equal to 0. There is no redundant part. Okay, so f is equal to 3 into, that is 3, not 2, that is 3. L is 4 minus 1, that I can write directly, so that is 2 multiply 5. You can get minus 1. Okay, so that is basically the superstructure. When you get the degree of freedom minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on, finally it would be the superstructure. Okay, or you can write it as indeterminate structure. Okay, so I hope you will understand this problem. You will not get any problem. Now the third example, that is important, because some changes is there in this question. Now first you have to calculate link, number of links. The number of links is, now first you need to write the formula again. 3 into L minus 1 minus 2j, and speak again and again. What is link? What is L? That is the number of links. Okay, and what is J? That is the number of binary joints, and what is H? That is the number of higher pairs. Speak again and again, then you will be able to learn the things properly. So now we are going to calculate the number of links, that is link 1. Okay, and this is a fixed link. Okay, this is a fixed link. Now calculate fixed link only once. Don't calculate it twice, thrice. Okay, if there is a number of fixed links are there, as you can see here, that is one fixed, that is second fixed. No, only calculate it once. If you calculate, if you have calculated the fixed link once, don't calculate twice, thrice. Okay, so that is one came, that is second fixed link, and that is third is, that is came, sorry, follower. Okay, how many links are there? That is 3 links are there. And how many joints are there? That is binary joints, that is 1, that is 1. Okay, that is 1, and that is second, because there is also a joint. See, I am saying that when you count the number of links, fixed link calculated once. Okay, when you calculate the number of joints, if there are a number of fixed joints, calculate the number of fixed joints as well. Okay, if there is a 2 fixed joints, calculate 1 and 2. But if there is a, if you are going to calculate the number of links, calculate fixed link once only. Okay, so that is why I am saying this is a one fixed link. Okay, see, this and this same, and this would become, that is second link, and that is the follower, that is third link. When I'm going to calculate the number of binary joints, that is the fixed joint once, and that is another fixed joint, that is second. Okay, so here I can write that the number of binary joint, that is 2, and the higher pair is 1, because there is a point contact between the cam and the follower. So that is why degree of freedom would be equal to 1. Are you getting my point? Now you must have to calculate the degree of freedom just by putting the values in the formula. You will get the final answer. So 3 into 3 minus 1 minus 2 multiply 2 minus 1. Solve these equations, you will get the final answer. 3 into 3 minus 1, that is 6, minus 4 minus 1, you will get the degree of freedom, that is equal to 1. And of course there is no redundant part. Okay, so fr would be equal to 0. This is fr redundant part, this is no degree of freedom. Okay, so finally degree of freedom we have calculated is equal to 1. I hope you will understand the examples of the degree of freedom. We will see more examples, so that you will be able to understand properly how to calculate the number of links, number of binary joints, higher pair, and how can we see the number of redundant motions. Everything we will see in the further problems. Okay, I hope you will able to understand the degree of freedom that we have discussed in this video. Thank you so much.